I know I said I wasn't going to buy any more of these things, but let's be fair. My commitment to purchase this product dates back to when they first announced it, and that's been a minute, and a lot's changed with it since then. What's happening, everybody? Emceemur here, and welcome back to the show. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Burgertime Arcade1Up unit. And you know, it was just a Data East cabinet at one point. It had the Karate Champ branding on it, and it was announced as that. And that is what I wanted. I had committed to buy that as of that time. Now, cabinets that were announced after the fact came out before this. So it was just a weird timeline. I don't know what took so long for us to arrive at this actually existing, or why it became a Burgertime cabinet, but I'm actually okay with the change. If you can ask me which one I prefer, Karate Champ, Burgertime, I'm going with Burgertime every time. When is it not Burgertime? Love Burgertime. So that's what it is. I feel like I'm saying Burgertime a lot. This is a pretty cool machine, okay? I had to have it either way because of the lineup on it. There's some great games. Again, I'm a big Burgertime head. We're going to take a look at this machine and what all it can do. I'm sure you've seen it before, but come see it from an Emceemur angle. Come on. So at a glance, the cabinet is just gorgeous. And, you know, assembly was a snap. I laugh saying that because for me it wasn't. I'm going to tell you. I've put together 5 of these things now. So I was speed running this thing, man. And I've talked with some other folks about this since I had such a day of it yesterday. It was just a pain in the butt. Take your time on these things. Just take your, even if you've done 10 of them, take your time. Because I made some crucial mistakes that I really wish I hadn't made. And I had to take some things apart and redo them. But hey, all's well that ends well, but it didn't end well. I'm putting the deck protector on, and yes, I'm using a drill, okay? I'm committing the cardinal sin. I've even had viewers on past episodes say, dude, you really shouldn't be using a drill on that. You're right. Now, I told them they were right. They are right, but I'm feathering it in. Didn't matter. The bolt slipped. It went in, ka-chunk, and it shattered like a dadgum eggshell. So there's my new deck protector, splintered, and I'm just sick about it. Just wanted to throw up about it. And you can't call Arcade1Up for support anymore. You can't do that. I mean, you can. It's just a series of 17 different recordings that all hang up on you. Not even sure why they have it, but it pretty much just is there to say, go to the website, dummy. The problem with that is initially when we tried to file support with Arcade1Up through the website, it just wasn't happening, man. Nothing was happening. And when we finally got an agent on the phone, back when you could do that, this was about the Asteroids cabinet, back when we did that, the guy was like, no, there was never any tickets registered for you. Even though, you know, it showed in my email responses, you know, the no reply stuff, that there had been tickets created. They had no record of any of that. So it had to be person-to-person contact. And I'm old-fashioned. I prefer that. So, yeah. Not feeling the warm fuzzies there. I want to be able to call someone and say, hey, you know, I mean, if I could have just bought it, I would have paid for it. It was my bad. It's not theirs, obviously. But there's nowhere to purchase this. It's a specialty piece. It's a specialty cabinet. We got a certificate of authenticity. This thing is, you know, 1 out of less than 4,000 made, apparently. Even more limited than the Marvel cabinet that we got. So, yeah, therein lies the problem. I can't just buy the part. So we've sent in an email for support. Hopefully, we're going to get another deck protector, but I'm just sick about it. And, you know, take your time on these things. Use the drill on everything but that, I guess. I can't stand not using the drill. Let's speed run it. You know, I don't want to sit there with a screwdriver. Nobody does. But that's the way you're supposed to do it. So I'm an idiot, but, you know, that's nothing new. Moving right along, though. Enough about that. You know, we're going to get a new deck protector. The cabinet is gorgeous. I don't give Arcade1Up enough credit sometimes. They really are stepping up their game. This is a beautiful machine. Head to toe, it's just really gorgeous. The light up marquee is so cool. We've already seen one of those with the Marvel cabinet. I mean, it's got the look. It really does. So it's a neat piece, and I'm glad to have it. So it's not all perfect, unfortunately. There was some trash in the screen, which that's a common problem. I think that happens in shipping. They get stuff down in them, and you just, you know, you can pull it off and clean it. Be very careful how you do that, by the way. But it wasn't all trash. One of the little marks in there was actually a dead pixel. So we have a dead pixel on the screen. You know, I don't want to get into warranty with this thing. I don't want to take it apart again. I just don't. Because at the end of the day, while this may look good, it's particle board, man. You can't keep putting it back together. Okay, eventually you're going to break something. And I don't want to break something. The little dot is where it probably won't be noticed very much. So I think I'm going to let it go. Let me know what you think. You know, I like to get your comments on these things. How would you handle it? But I don't want to take it apart again. The deck protector will do. A whole screen pulling that out, that literally means the whole thing has to come apart again. So what a pain in the bahonkus. Whatever. Let's get down to it because, you know, we have some great gameplay here. You know, the Burgertime is okay, but I don't remember Burgertime being this difficult to control, and I'm hoping it's not the controls. The joysticks feel solid, but I'm sitting here playing it, and making him go up and down is just maddening. He won't go down the ladder. He won't go up the ladder. I'm getting killed. Now, a little history on me. Yeah, Burgertime, bad dudes, love them. Loved them on the NES. I didn't play these games in the arcade. My arcades didn't have these machines, and I frequented a bunch of them and never saw these machines. Unfortunately, they just weren't where I was. So these are games that I cut my teeth on the NES. Those are the versions I'm used to, and while these arcade versions look so much better, the control dynamic is going to be a little bit different. So that was really driving me bananas how bad I was at Burgertime on this cabinet. So I'm just going to have to get used to it and see if that changes, but right now I'm getting my burgers handed to me over here. It just isn't working right. Moving on to Bad Dudes though, looks phenomenal, sounds phenomenal, is phenomenal. Not having problems playing this at all. And the up and down, I mean, I guess it just doesn't have to be as precision on point when you're jumping all over a screen versus, you know, up, down, left, and right in a, you know, classic arcade style format like a Pac-Man or something where the downs and up turns are literally going to get you killed at that moment if you don't make them, you know. So that accuracy, I'm not getting it for Burgertime, but Bad Dudes is handling fantastic. And again, I don't have any experience with the arcade version of Bad Dudes. I just don't. So I'm looking forward to playing through this entire thing in this format. We can do that. Moving on to Caveman Ninja, another one that, you know, I just really don't have much history with. I'm in this for the Bad Dudes and the Burgertime. This game here, I'm really just not familiar with it. I'm familiar with it, but not in the sense that I've played it. So that's just another one to throw into the pile here. It's kind of compact on the screen. I mean, because this is what's interesting. You got this long screen for Burgertime, which looks great, but it's not, I guess, the right format for everything that's got on it. So kind of an interesting construct to have 4 different games on this unit with that monitor. But either way, it doesn't look bad, and you know, that dead pixel's kind of hidden, so there's that. And finally, on to Karate Champ. Karate Champ is what you'd expect it to be. I mean, it seems to control properly. But despite respecting Karate Champ's arcade hits status, I was never a huge fan. I always tried to be, but memories from my youth of Karate Champ are just me putting in a quarter and the red guy kicking me in the nuts, and me walking off to find a better game. So now I can enjoy it in somewhat of an arcade format at home, but I can't see our relationship improving that much. It's also wacky that a Burgertime machine has 4 joysticks sticking out of it. I mean, they're here just for Karate Champ. Once this was no longer a Karate Champ cab, I mean, it seems like they could have just picked another Data East game to throw on here. But the fans of the game won't be disappointed, that's for sure. It does what it's supposed to do, it controls right, and it's here, so I will be playing more of it than I probably have in the past. There you have it. You know, the 4 games look good and play good. It's a neat collection. I gotta say, it's the most unique 1-up I've got in the collection so far. I didn't even intend for this to ever be a collection, but, well, it's y'all's fault. Y'all talked me into it. Y'all talked me into it, and I was dead set against it. Your fault. I own 5 of these things now. Shiminy Christmas. I hope we're done now, but I don't know. There's going to be more to talk about. But this is a unique machine. and it looks cool on the custom riser. You know, I've got these downstairs. I can't even fit any more of these in the game room anymore. And I mean, that's fine because the kids like playing these things. I hope that we're going to be able to get a matching stool for this. They haven't been very forthcoming on the information about the accessories for some of these newer ones, if they even exist, or I'm pretty sure they do. I mean, I want to say I saw it at some of the expo shows and footage that I've seen, but I could be wrong. That stuff just goes by in a blur, but I'm lying if I say I don't want a stool with a hamburger on it. So that's where we're at with it, man. It's probably the neatest looking 1-up so far. It's a neat collection of games. I gotta say, some of the new units that we're about to have come out, don't really care for those so much as far as what's included on those. Just not very exciting. This is neat though. I'm glad I have this. So are we done with 1-up? I don't know. I've since gotten an email since I started shooting this that I am getting the deck protector. They're sending it. I gladly would have paid for it. They're actually just going to send it, it looks like. So, you know, great. That's a mark to their credit that they're just going to send me that just with proof of purchase. I really appreciate that. And we'll just look the other way on the dead pixel, I guess, and we'll call it a wash. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Overall, I am happy with the purchase. It looks boss. It'll look even more boss with a fixed deck protector on it. And I'm looking forward to getting some more time in on this thing. So what do you think about what you saw here today? Did you order one of these things? Have you played one of them? What do you think about the games that were on it? Could have been done better? Would you have picked other games for it? I don't know. But you know I love getting a conversation going with you right here on the show. So leave me something in the comment section of this video so we can get that conversation going right here on the Emceemur Show. Hope that you like this video. I hope you're going to drop a like on this video. Most importantly, if you have not already done so, I'm going to need you to subscribe to the Emceemur Show and be a part of our nation because we're rising up. All the fantastic things we do right here on the show, you need to be a part of it. Make sure that you smack that notification bell so you're always the first to know when new content goes live, because believe you me, there's going to be a lot of new content coming your way very soon. So much stuff in the works. Emceemur signing off for this fantabulous review, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.